大家好，我是奢桃，感谢你们的donate跟分享我们影片。Hurry up and smash that like button and let's begin. So, Johnny Depp had a slew of rebuttal witnesses testify last night, and there were two who had some damning information on Amber Heard, and one of them has proof that Amber Heard is a goddamn liar.
It's not really lying, it's just jumping the gun a little.
But first, do you remember Jennifer Howes, the supposed witness that would knock a hole in this trial for Johnny Depp? As we said before, she had a court-signed declaration stating that Whitney Enriquez, Amber Heard's sister, was lying about what actually went down between Amber and Johnny Depp. Not only that, but it was Amber Heard who was abusing Johnny Depp and her sister. So naturally, we all thought, she will be the one to make it all stop, and Johnny Depp can finally live in peace forever. But when she sat down to give what was less than a 15-minute testimony, it was kind of, 你们先看一下吧。
Mr. Depp paying your legal fees, Ms. Howell, for this deposition and the testimony you provided in the UK action?
He is not.
Who is?
Myself.
Do you feel any particular sense of loyalty towards Mr. Depp?
None at all.
Do you feel any sense of loyalty towards Ms. Heard?
None at all.
Ms. Howell, do you recognize this check as the check that the Art of Elysium received on behalf of Ms. Heard for a donation, an anonymous donation of $250,000?
Yes.
I believe you testified previously that you understood that the anonymous donor was Elon Musk. Is that true?
Yes.
This is an email, Ms. Howell, that you sent to Whitney Enriquez on or about Tuesday, July 28th, 2020, at 11:02 a.m.
It is.
Why did you send this email and letter to Ms. Enriquez?
Because I've struggled very much with what to do in a situation that I love someone who I know is doing something very wrong, and I know that they're doing it because they're trying to protect their sister, and I'm trying to protect her, and I'm just trying to get her to wake up and do the right thing, which is tell the truth. It's the only thing that can help everybody involved in this case.
Ms. Howell, do you recall submitting a witness statement in the United Kingdom?
Yeah, they basically just called to verify the witness statement that was submitted previously.
Okay. So not exactly a showstopper of a testimony, is it? There was almost no mention regarding anything she said in the court document, and I'm guessing that it was inadmissible because of hearsay. Now, although Jennifer's testimony was disappointing, there was one person's testimony last night that was far from it. But first, let's pull out some receipts. Amber Heard previously testified several weeks ago that Johnny Depp's denial of her alleged abuse and his lawsuit against her is what caused her career downfall, in particular, her role and involvement in the Aquaman films. And this is also partly the basis of her $100 million defamation suit against him.
How your career evolved after the divorce, which I think was final in February 2017.
I had to fight really hard to keep my career. After I got my TRO, I lost opportunities. I got canceled from jobs. I got dropped from campaign I'd shot. I fought to keep my job in a movie the biggest movie opportunity I had to date.
Which was what?
It was Justice League with the option to become Aquaman. It later became Aquaman, but I had to fight really hard to stay even in Justice League because that was right around the time of the divorce. I kind of showed up to work months early and stayed really late to fight to keep the job. I managed to keep it and managed slowly to kind of to gain through this kind of hard work and goodwill I was able to foster. I was able to keep and make other jobs, and eventually made a movie called Aquaman. And I was getting my career back, even though it was, it took a major hit when I got my restraining order against Johnny.
And what was your role in Aquaman?
I play Mira.
And was that a lead role?
Yes, it is one of the leading roles. It's the female lead opposite Jason Momoa's character of Aquaman. I was a female lead of the movie.
Okay, I want you to keep these two things in mind from her testimony. She had to fight to keep her role, and she was the lead actress in the Aquaman film. Now, the last time we had a testimony from a studio was from a mid-level Disney employee who very clearly stated that she didn't know much about anything when it came to Johnny Depp's connection with his removal from the Disney franchise and his legal troubles. Wakarikong, Johnny Depp's legal team don't fuck around. They got the president of DC Films to testify and state very clearly what the deal was with Amber Heard and her role in Aquaman.
What, if anything, you did to prepare to testify for Warner Brothers as to topics 2 through 18?
I did not do anything to prepare for this, other than the meeting that I had with the attorneys.
Was Ms. Heard ever released by Warner Brothers from the Aquaman 2 contract, or what you call the option agreement?
No.
Was she released from her Aquaman 2 contract on or about February 22, 2021?
No.
Did Ms. Heard receive a pay increase for Aquaman 2?
No.
Why not?
As a rule, as a company, we go through a lot of trouble when we make our deals with our actors. We get options on them for subsequent movies. And I think traditionally, prior to me joining the company, every option was renegotiated. And one of the things that we were trying to put a rein in on was not renegotiating every deal, with the understanding that people come in and make these deals and they have an understanding that there will be options and that there was a deal in place. And it was a big part of our philosophy that we were going to hold people to their options moving forward.
But did Warner Brothers at any point in time reduce Ms. Heard's role in Aquaman 2?
The role in the film the size of the role in the film that she has was determined in the early development of the script, which would have happened in 2018, I would say. The character's involvement in the story was sort of what it was from the beginning.
Was her role ever reduced for any reason?
No, I mean, again, from the early stages of the development of the script, the movie was built around the character of Arthur and the character of Orm, Arthur being Jason Momoa and Orm being Patrick Wilson. So they were always the two co-leads of the movie.
Did Warner Brothers ever plan to portray Ms. Heard as the co-lead in Aquaman 2?
No, the movie was always pitched as a buddy comedy between Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson.
Was her compensation for Aquaman 2 affected in any way by anything said by Johnny Depp?
No.
Was her compensation for Aquaman 2 affected by anything said by Adam Waldman?
No.
Was her compensation for Aquaman 2 affected by anything said by anybody representing Johnny Depp?
No.
So no on all accounts. This is very different than Amber Heard's account, but he did have one yes.
Was there any delay in Warner Brothers exercising the option to cast Ms. Heard in Aquaman 2?
Yes, there was.
How long a delay was there?
I don't know, probably weeks.
What was the cause of the delay?
There were conversations about potentially recasting.
Did Warner Brothers believe that those concerns were legitimate?
Yeah, I mean, I had no reason not to believe the director and the producer of the movie.
What, if any, creative concerns did Warner Brothers have about casting Amber Heard as Mira in Aquaman 2?
It was the concerns that were brought up at the wrap of the first movie, production of the first movie, which is the issue of chemistry. Did the two have chemistry? I think editorially they were able to make that relationship work in the first movie, but there was a concern that it took a lot of effort to get there, and would we be better off recasting, finding someone who had better, more natural chemistry with Jason Momoa and move forward that way.
Did Warner Brothers take any steps affirmatively to audition other actresses for the role of Mira in Aquaman 2?
No, we did not.
Other than the creative concerns and concerns about chemistry you testified about, was there any other reason Warner Brothers delayed in picking up Ms. Heard's option for Aquaman 2?
No, it was all concerns about whether she was the right bit of casting for the movie.
What role, if any, did Ms. Heard's dispute with Johnny Depp have in Warner Brothers' delay picking up Ms. Heard's option for Aquaman 2?
There was none from our end.
At any point in time, was Warner Brothers considering paying Ms. Heard more money for Aquaman 2 than is set forth in the option contract you previously identified?
No, as I said, we were determined to hold our actors to their option agreements.
Would Warner Brothers have paid Ms. Heard more money on Aquaman 2 if it had picked up her option earlier?
No.
So, even though they were considering replacing Amber Heard, it had nothing to do with Johnny Depp and everything to do with the lack of chemistry between her and Jason Momoa. But even still, they took no further action to have her removed. Now, this is a big development, because not only does it call into question Amber Heard's previous testimony, but it may very well break the foundation of her defamation suit against Johnny Depp. Now, as I was editing this video, Kate Moss suddenly appeared on my screen to testify for Johnny Depp. For those of you who may not remember, just 2 weeks ago, Amber Heard testified in court and said this.
All of a sudden I was trying to get Johnny to stop. Her back was to the staircase, and Johnny swings at her. And I just see my little sister with her back to the staircase, and Johnny hit her, and I don't even wait for any other, I don't hesitate, I don't wait, I just in my head instantly think of Kate Moss and the stairs, and I swung at him.
And you might be wondering, why were those guys celebrating? Well, let's find out.
We were leaving the room, and Johnny left the room before I did. And there had been a rainstorm, and as I left the room, I slid down the stairs, and I hurt my back.
How did you?
And I screamed because I was because I didn't know what had happened to me, and I was in pain. And he came running back to help me, and carried me to my room and got me medical attention.
Did Mr. Depp push you in any way down the stairs?
No.
During the course of your relationship, did he have down any stairs?
No, he never pushed me, kicked me, or threw me down any stairs.
Well, there you go, folks. Yet another one calling Amber out on her shit. And that's only the beginning of the trouble for Amber Heard. She is currently being investigated by 2 governments. Because of her failure to pay the $7 million in donations that she claimed she was going to do, the UK High Court, which relied mostly on her testimony in the ruling of Johnny Depp's defamation suit back in 2020, is now investigating her for possible perjury charges. And the Australian court is also investigating her for perjury regarding lying on the immigration documents when illegally bringing her dogs into the country back in 2015. Needless to say, Amber Heard is knee-deep in shit. Now tonight should see several more witnesses coming forward on Johnny Depp's behalf, and we're expecting to see more from Dr. Shannon Curry, and most importantly, a former employee of TMZ, the very magazine that Amber Heard allegedly leaked her abuse photos to. And TMZ fought tooth and nail to keep him from testifying under his non-disclosure agreement. But we'll have more on that next time. So until then, I'll see you on the flip side. Peace!